Baby, my name is Ross Mandell, and welcome to my show today. We're coming to you live from Boca Raton, Florida. We're at Mammoth Studios. I am coming to you uncut, unfiltered, unedited. We're uncensored. And yes, I am still, for God's sakes, I am under arrest. Wow! Wow! It's so good to be here today. I actually miss this. I miss all you good people. For the last 9 nights, I was in sunny California. Now, I grew up in New York. I've been in and around New York for 50 years. You know, it used to be people from the West Coast, they'd say, we're from sunny California. Well, guess what? I was there for 9 nights. It was raining. It was freezing. It was smoggy. Let me just tell you, sunny California works just about everywhere, fellas. Except when you're talking to someone from the state of Florida. It's sunny. It's hot. In fact, it's brutal most of the time. Today, 85, little gentle westerly breeze, sunny. Gorgeous, green. You know, I did the West Coast, but if you want to just talk about sunny and hot and beachy, you know, the great state of Florida. You know, I call them the way I see them. Now, I just want to say that, I mean, since I've been webcasting, live and uncut, uncensored and under arrest, this has been the longest break. It's been about 2 full weeks, and I want to say there's definitely something missing, a little sliver of something missing in my life. I don't know if it's the energy, the delivery, the fact that I get to just sort of say hey and put all my good shit out there for you people. I don't know, but it's just really, really great to be back here. You know, over the course of my career and my life, I traveled a great deal. And I'm a Wall Street guy by trade and training, and stockbrokering and money raising and investment banking and CEOing and all that stuff. And so, you know, when I travel and I hang, it's usually with these Wall Street guys and money raisers and banker types and all that kind of thing. And, you know, those are hard-edged, tough kids. You know, they got energy, they work hard, they play hard, they party like rock stars. You know, they got that edge to them. Now, we're in the back end of Ross Mandell's career. And as you know, we've made the jump into television. And, you know, I'm heading west now. I used to head east. And now I'm hanging out with a lot of TV, entertainment, artsy types, directors, producers. You know, it's a different kind of crowd. You know, the big word in this industry is organic. It's got to be organic. We drive around and look for organic supermarkets and organic snacks, and we go to dinner at organic restaurants. I'm like, you know, come on, guys. I mean, it sounds great, and it's a great little story, but holy moly, this California, this entertainment game. And then you have, you know, the spiritual thing, you know. Everybody's very spiritual. Everybody's a healer and, you know, everybody's a soother and colors and music and all this and that. I'm from a rough and tumble crowd, guys. So, you know, it almost makes me a little uneasy. What sweet people they are, though. I mean, they're like normal. They're calm. They're interested in art and the sort of beautiful things in life versus that, you know, hard-edged, rough-cut, you know, black and white type of guy. So I just want to say it's a really amazing transition for me, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And this trip out to California was mucho successful. Or mucho successful. 7 years of Spanish, and I don't know whether it's the masculine or feminine. Very successful trip. Yes, I agreed to terms with one company and then another company and a third company. And we got announcements coming very soon. I believe today is October the 20th, 2010. And oh my goodness, wait till you hear what's coming, people. Now, I just want to jump in and say this was a very special period in my life. And I had planned mentally and emotionally on saying something very meaningful to you, to all of you. This is for me. There's a record of this. It's published. And, one day, hopefully, this product, this visual, this sound will outlive me. And I just want to say I had given this a great deal of thought on October the 12th, about 8 days ago already. 2010, I celebrated 20 years of continuous sobriety. That's correct. My last glass of alcohol, last time I used drugs to get high, was October the 11th, 1990. So here I am on the road, doing business, making deals, pitching, closing, being evaluated, because, in California, in the entertainment world, they call me the talent. They say, the talent's in the room. We're signing you the talent for the show. Of course, when I head back to New York, I'm the defendant. At home, I'm the husband and the father. But today, it's all about me. 20 years. I'm away from my little home group, sort of the guys, gals that, I go to meetings with on a regular basis. And the kind of meetings that you're accustomed to, every group has its own little sort of formulas and permutations. Each group conducts itself according to group conscious, within, of course, the boundaries of the program, which is Alcoholics Anonymous. Now, many of us are addicts, and there are codependents and all kinds of people that have all kinds of addictions and isms, but AA has been like the formula, the 12 steps for recovery. Really, it doesn't really matter what your addiction or compulsion or obsession is. That's what's worked for me. And so I was out there in LA, and I was taken to a famous group, and over there they especially celebrate your birthday. Your birthday is your sort of sober anniversary and your birthday month. And it's not so much like that on the East Coast, although it's, of course, an amazing opportunity at every meeting to say, hey, my name is, and announce your special time, anniversaries of 12 months or more. And, of course, at the beginning, we count days, and the most important people are the guys that have 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, because that's a lot harder than getting 20 years, believe me. And I just want to say that what a meaningful, special time in my life. I wish we could have been there, together. I wish I could have shared this with other people, but I'm with these spiritual people to begin with. Everybody's earthy, organic, artistic, and we're going to meetings in places like Malibu, California, and Hollywood, Los Angeles, and over there I was asked to speak every single meeting I went to. And I went to about 5 meetings in 9 days. And I got to share a little bit about my experience, my strength, my hope, what it was like, and what it's like now. And, I like to share more about the solution than the actual problem. But I just got to say, boy, did it feel good. I was truly humbled on October the 12th. And all my life, my last 20 years, I always pictured that I'd be like this sort of psyched up guy, just sort of like, just feeling it. And what happened was, on the morning of my anniversary, I woke up, and I was truly humbled, by this sort of spectacular achievement in my life, this milestone. Because if a person like me, or a person like you, can go 20 years without a drink, without a cocktail, without a glass of champagne, without a glass of wine, without a cold beer, I mean, that is a miracle of God, because there is nothing of this earth or this world that could have caused that. Believe me, I know me. This is my story. This is my solution. So, to some extent, that's how I found a God of my understanding. And, I would only hope that for those of you that have doubts about that, you're agnostic, you're atheist, you firmly believe that there is nothing else out there in the world greater than you. I would pray and hope that one day you will have an experience that is spiritual of some type, and you get to feel, that sort of tremendous inner comfort that I feel, which, some would suggest is the grace of God. Now, this particular trip, with the highlights sprinkled, the moments of celebrating this milestone of my sobriety, my personal sobriety, just made, this 9-day stretch one of the greatest moments, one of the greatest times of my life. Now, remember, I'm still under arrest, and yet I am so proud, and I feel so good and so calm about my world today, and about the events that occurred out west. And, with the exception of not being present at certain moments with my wife and my children and my 4 dogs, my home, it was perfect as perfect can be. Now listen, I'm wishing you all great stuff. It's a tough world out there. We're going through some tough times, and you're not alone, and you're going to be okay. And you got to remember to laugh, you got to remember to love, and you got to remember to live, because you got one life. This is not a dress rehearsal. You don't get a do-over. You don't get a mulligan. Make sure you live your life. My name is Ross Mandell. That's SSL. I have a website. That's rossmandell.com. You can reach me on email. It's ross@rossmandell.com. Isn't that clever how I figured all that out? And I'm on Facebook. And there's 3,100 people that will scream and tell you that's true. And you can Facebook me at Ross Mandell. I have a fan page, but I still have a personal page, and I'm happy to friend you or have you friend me, and we can get to know each other a little bit better. So what I want to say is, thanks for having me today. It's so good to be here. Now you know a little bit more about me and what's happened the last 2 weeks, and I'm going to see you guys again tomorrow. Ciao.